Oh. We were chatting. Oh, can't have the bra out. Can't have the bra strap out. The best engineer, WTF Media Studios, Tiana. But we were chatting Mariah Carey, Emancipation of Mimi. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And Mariah said, I think her skin is so good. You're supposed to sleep with, she sleeps with 8 humidifiers. Is that not insane? Like, actually crazy. Okay. Hi, you guys.
So good.
Green. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Yeah, no, take your time. Say when. Oh, no, I love the window open. It just gives, like, New York. It's so cute. I don't know. It's like, because we do this for the black girls in Nebraska that don't have representation. That's what it's all for. Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what it's for. Testing. Hi, guys. Good morning. Live from WTF Media Studios in New York City, Midtown. Happy Sunday. I'm your host, Brianna Pollins. Welcome to Black Girl Can't Cook. This is a podcast on body image healing, cooking, self-love, inner child healing, shadow work, the Real Housewives, Bravo shows, love, intersectionality, life, being American girl, black girl. Hi, happy Sunday. Happy Aries season. Happy New Year. We are in spring. If you're just like into astrology, then you know the new year is spring when Pisces seasons close and then Aries season begins. You guys, I'm gonna like open my Red Bull. It's been a hot second. It's been a month. Last time I was here was March. And listen, like as an artist, it is so important. It is so crucial to live your life. Oh, crazy concept. Crazy, insane concept. Living, being present. You have to live your life. You have to go outside. And Pisces, what's crazy about Pisces, it's like a cumulation. It's really like all the signs put together. And it's a water sign. And it's a fish. The symbol is 2 fishes swimming backwards, right? So what's that? It's like, and I have Pisces in my second house. And your second house is finance, money, sure. But it's really your values. Values, self-worth, Red Bull. I don't know. I think your owner might be MAGA, so don't sponsor me, but I will drink you. Oh my God. The first sip is crack. It is crack. I can't. Cheers. Happy Sunday. Pisces season, like I fell in love. My first love was the Pisces, and they're just so complicated and so moody, but I'm a Scorpio. I'm moody too, so I really can't talk. But what's so funny is my favorite uncle in the world, Uncle Chris, he's a Pisces. And he was like, growing up, he just could like see me right away. And he could see through my bullshit and being a little tyrant, running around, being a bossy girl. And I just love Pisces. And Pisces and the Piscean energy has been so hard and sad and dark for me because I was in love with the Pisces. And for me, these last 2 years in my Saturn return, I've had to find and define self-worth and self-love for me, myself, not for my boyfriend, my parents, my community, my peers, society, the job. Like, how do I value myself? What does self-worth mean to me? And that takes time. It's a process. It is a journey. But I've missed you guys so much, and we have so much to discuss. Happy Sunday. Today is April 6th, 2025. Girl, before we really get into it, yesterday they were on the streets. I was talking with my girl. They were protesting. I don't know much. It was called the No Hands Off or Hands Off Our Government, America. We are in the times, baby. But Black Americans got the memo. We And I posted a TikTok. It did not do well. Girl, we're viral on TikTok. More on that. The last march, the last protest I did was 2020. Full circle, New York energy, so crazy. I was with one of my favorite gay best friends, Connor, R.I.P. It's so crazy. Like, when you live in New York, then you have people you know that die. And now since my brother's dead, I'm really like, excuse me, I'm like, wow, they're up there in heaven. They're just kikiing and they're talking, and do they know each other? John and Connor, crazy. I was with my white gay, Upper West Side, uptown, protesting. That was the last time, never again. And I was strategic about that. I said, let me go with a white male and a man, because the police, they won't. You guys, 2020 was 5 years. Such a time. Can't believe I was 20. A time. Anyway, Black Americans were not protesting. We did our work and we're resting. And whatever is going to happen is going to happen. God has already laid out the groundwork. I hate and I'm disgusted that this man is our president. But also, I don't want to say too much now because they're kidnapping people. People are going missing. I have my application to redo my passport. But even as a Black American girl, but again, where am I focusing my energy? Am I gonna... They are not going to steal my joy. They are not going to steal my freedom. I'm going to save my money. I'm going to get all my documents updated. Please make sure you have your birth certificate. You have your passport. You have your social security card, the paper card. What else do you need? Your IDs. Get it all and live your damn life. Live your life. We did not protest. And happy New Year. Aries season, a new beginning. Closing out last year, Christmas, then the start of the new year, that did not feel like a new year to me, for me. Christmas break was hard. I just got my film back from my camera, my Kodak camera, and it was hard. So, the first holiday without my brother, his birthday, it didn't feel like a new year. It does feel like a new year. I feel refreshed. I'm starting to feel... I'm in acceptance of the grief, and there's so much happening in astrology. Neptune in Aries. I think my Saturn return is wrapping up because Saturn is moving into Aries, and it's a new season. And what are you going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? I love Aries. I love Aries women. Aries are great manifestors. And I love an Aries woman. They're just on it. My first love, no lie, he was an Aries. He was my first infatuation. His name was Mark. We met on Tinder. We did little dates. Oh my God. He really set the tone. Not really though, but girl, I was 23. That man was 46. Be real. Live and you learn. You live and you learn. I love an Aries. Guys, that's it. They were trying to march because TikTok was going to get banned. They did not ban that. But we're going viral on TikTok. Okay, let's talk about white girls in the media. Alex Cooper has a podcast, Call Her Daddy. I was always Team Sophia. Sophia records here. Sophia, hi, hello. We're manifesting a duo interview. It'll happen. We'll make it happen. Always Team Sophia. This girl now, Alex Cooper, has this business, unwell, she got married. Y'all, she married this man, and his first wife, her name was Claire. Right? Now, Alex Cooper has this business, she hires a girl that's also named Claire. And I guess when she's emailing, when she's CCing, it's Claire at Unwell Media Company. And Alex Cooper was triggered by the names, and because she's married to the man, the husband. You guys, they asked this girl to change her name. Claire, can you change your name to Molly, to Sally, We're going to get into it, but American girls are down bad. Something is in the water. I think the election, a lot of y'all voted for Donnie, and your system is Crazy. Would you change your name? Alleged. This is all alleged. Alleged. Dumas. Also manifesting. Call me up, girl. And also Dumas. They were mad at Dumas because she has no black friends. In 2025 in America, it is a choice. It is an absolute choice if you do not have any black friends in your life. So I would say work on that. But also, I mean, we can't blame white people for not having black friends. You know, black people make up 12% of the population. We really do. When I go to a solid core class in New York, it is rare or occasion where I see one of us. And like I flip, I lose my shit. What is that going to do? What is that going to help? But there are white people and cruel people of all races who make it a point to not have black people in their life and who are racist. So like know the difference. We have to come together as Americans. So I really don't like this, putting it in a bag of all white women. All white women are not bad. Some are weird, but not all of them are bad. Okay? How else am I? Going viral. And then Claire Holt, she commented it on a post. And then, you know, people, I feel like young Gen Z, because Gen Z wasn't even at the protests. They'll just be like, Zionist. Not to me, to Claire. And I'm like, y'all just want anything to be mad about. Anything to be mad about. You don't want to get a job. You want to stay and live with your parents. I like some of Gen Z because I have a little brother, and I do think a half of Gen Z is going to push us and move us through these tough times. But also Gen Z is so performative. Like, wake up. Sick. Where else am I going viral? Did you watch What Happens Live? Naomi Watts, Bill Murray. I like low-key I was going to see this film. I'm an independent cinema girl, and it's a big dog, and I love Naomi Watts down. She's talking about menopause. She just married that hot man from Almost Famous. Guys, they were on a live show, and it looked like he assaulted her. He literally forcefully just put his face, it was disturbing. It was gross. The Andy Cohen thing, I'm not saying a breakdown. Excuse me. Yeah, Pluto and Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, media, the veil being so thin, celebrities, Hollywood. Andy Cohen is like not a good person. He's not, and we'll see when all that comes down. It's coming. How have your weekends been? How have my weekends been? Low-key, you guys. Low-key, lots of rest. I have my walking club every Saturday and Sunday, the Jackie Onassis Reservoir. This weekend we did 5 p.m. No one has showed up. No one's come, but thank God, because I'm just sobbing and crying and listening to music, and it's been beautiful. It's been very healing, very nurturing. Getting nails done. I think just like on my walks, talking to God, right? Talking out loud to him of, well, yeah, motherfucker, I'm mad. You killed my fucking brother. You are a cocksucker. When I was home for Christmas break, I found this letter I wrote to myself, but to God, and just like, it's confusion, it's teenage angst, and like reading it as a 30-year-old, like God hears all, and he hears our wishes, our hopes, our dreams. And I'm just really happy I'm in this season of building and communicating with God. I went to church last Sunday, the first time since my brother has died, and there was a moment I went out into like the lobby section, and I just cussing. And I told my grandma the story. She was like, Brianna, were you cussing at church? I said, no, Nana. I'm like cussing in my head. It looked like, but I'm like, and one of the ushers, she just came and she just grabbed my hand and then I went back. I walked back, sat down. It was so good to see my pastor, to see my sister, sweet sister Yvonne. I love you. I don't think you guys know what it is like to have strong, beautiful, compassionate, loving children of people that just pray for you, who are children of God and who are good, loving, kind spirits. I would not be here if it wasn't for my friends, my family, but my community for praying for me during this hard time. I don't know. Sibling death is so crazy. It is so horrific because no one knows you or your childhood like your sibling. My brother was my older brother. He was my first best friend on earth. We were very close until then until you're a preteen and more on that. But it's been very hard. It's been very hard. And all of March, I did no alcohol. I still have not touched alcohol, you guys. Shout out to my parents because they were both in recovery growing up my whole life. And I just didn't see my parents drinking alcohol. And that was not a part of our life, the culture. And so it's not a big deal. And also, I'm getting my tooth extracted. My mom's coming to town. More on that. And I think orally, I don't need to be drinking alcohol. Alcohol is the devil. It's poisoning. Yes, we love it. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, we drink. But I had to reel it in. And I'm so grateful that I am so intuitive and connected to my body. And I don't miss alcohol. Now, girl, sugar on the other. We tried. We tried our best. And I think I made it to March 7th. No, I don't lie. I made it to March 14th. And but we've cut back on the excessive sugar snack, sugar this, cupcake, croissant, It's really on the weekends, we'll go to Bon Bon, I'll get a treat, and we're set. And I feel so good. And I have notes on it. It's good to take a break, one, to see that you're not an addict, you're not addicted to something, but also to be why do I do this? Why do I do this thing? Why do I like this thing? Why am I attracted to this thing? That is so important. And for sugar, I really was I like love. The part of love is my parents were affectionate because their parents were not affectionate. So getting a hug, getting the words of affirmation. And so then moved out the house at 19, moved to New York City. And I've only had one boyfriend, my first boyfriend. I think the comforting part of love, the touch, and candy and sugar, it does that. It fills that void. Even if it's for an hour, a second, it's a good little hit, a good little rush. And I have a sweet tooth. But I also, cutting back the sugar, it's been so great because then it's I can indulge in savory stuff. But also, bitch, eat fruit. Eat fruit. When I say I'm addicted to blueberries and the taste, and it's such a brain healthy food, just stocking my fridge with fruit. So when I do get that I can eat blueberries, jumbo blueberries. What else am I eating? Y'all know me, the Milano Market, chicken Caesar wrap, breaded chicken. Some girl went viral. Oh, they just make them pre-made. Girl, go to the counter and ask them to make it fresh. And they'll make it fresh. So simple. Drinking my water. I've cut back on the grape sodas. I'll do a coconut water. And I need to cut back on the sweet tea. No more sweet tea. Just little sugar stuff. Don't need it. I want to glow naturally, and it's going to be spring and summer, right? What else am I eating? Not much. Everything that's going on, I've had to realize is temporary. And so that feeling that sugar does give me, I'm that's also temporary. And it's so important to just check in with yourself, with your body. And I've really loved that for me. We have to get better as Black girls about asking our parents for help. I know not everyone has that luxury, because it is a luxury that I'm 30 years old and I have a good relationship with both my parents, and I can call, pick up the phone, and ask for help. Can my dad, he does his best, and my dad gives me a lot of the emotional, intellectual support, and my dad can yap. He's a yapper. I'm going to go see him literally after this. And my mom is definitely the anchor, the glue, the financial support, the love, the stability, the more to Christian, godlike, AA. So there's no shame in asking your parents for help, whether that's money, help. I was going to get my tooth extracted, do it alone, But I was like, Mom, I need you. I need you here. Yeah, it's a small I fuck it. Get my tooth extracted later, 6 months later, we'll get an implant. That's why it's also important to get multiple opinions. The first lady was like, no, do a bridge, da, da, da. My new doctor was like, girl, do a bridge. We're going to like saw down 3 other teeth, da, 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 da. Just do the implant, babe. Also, young girls, just take care of your teeth, your mouth, your oral, your health. That's all I got. I got nothing else. And I love myself. This is just like a learning experience journey I have to do. That being said, my mama is coming to town, and she's coming to town for Easter weekend, and I'm going to get my tooth out that Thursday. And praise God that my mom heard me, because as her, eldest daughter, Black American, as me, eldest daughter, I was a middle child, but now that John is dead, eldest daughter. And I told her, I was like, Mom, maybe your parents like put it on you. You can do this and you had to rise the occasion. Mom, I fucking need you. Mommy, I need you. And she heard me. She's a Virgo. And Mom's coming to town. Mom's coming to town. Don't be afraid to ask your parents for help. I know who I think about. I think of Real Housewives, Orange County. And I think of Jennifer girl. Her fiance, that scammer, Ryan. But Jennifer, there's like a scene with her parents, and like, it is like, what would I do without my parents? And then 2, you will have friends in your life that lose their parents, a part of life. But then you will have your parents. You will see your parents lose their parents. And then that is just, and to see my mom not have her dad, and she has missed that person, that rock, that anchor. And like life has moved on. My grandma has missed her husband. Life has moved on. It really does something to you. So be grateful. There's no shame in asking your mom or dad for help. Also, when did our parents get old? Praise God, my dad had his birthday. Gonna go see him. But like, I'm like, Dad, you are old. And again, it's a blessing. Aging, getting old is a blessing. And also, if our dad is old, sometimes you got to check them. You got to check them and like put them in, because it really is Benjamin Button and like the aging that they kind of become babies again. And then like you're taking care of them. And then 2, that's why this next generation, y'all got to make it right with your parents. Who's taking care of all these elders? I'm going to take care of my family, and I want to have a big family in the future. But who's taking care of these mommies, these daddies, these aunties, these uncles? Make it right. Nelly Furtado said, make it right, make it right, make it right. Oh my goodness. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? What podcast am I loving? They will never say that, oh, Brianna, she's a hater. Oh, Brianna, she doesn't support ever. Not me, not I. I'm a girl. Oh, girl's girl. We'll get to that term in a second. These are the podcasts I'm loving right now. Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow. I have her mascara on. Glowing, great, gorgeous. GP. I feel like her and Annie Hathaway were the only white women who sat down and listened in 2020. And it's like not performative. And like they actually have Black friends in the Black community, and they support equity and Black wealth and Black businesses. Clock it. Her episode, bitch, she had a solo podcast, but I started this podcast because of Goop, her episode with Oprah, and because of this other podcast, Lady Lovin'. You know the story. But Gwyneth had this solo podcast episode on self-forgiveness like mid-March. When I tell you 4:30 a.m., right about to go into solid core, I am sobbing and listening to it. And it was so beautiful because you have to forgive yourself. And I had to take the month off of the podcast because I think I told you guys, like, I was really mad at myself. I think just last time I saw my brother, years past, childhood stuff. And in my heart, I really have to, like, I'm like going on long walks, I'm listening to music, but I'm holding my chest, I'm holding my hand, and I'm just like, I forgive you to me, because like I'm still like really upset, and I still like, I don't hate myself, but I'm really mad at myself. So, and I know the only way through it is like, I have to forgive myself. Like I literally have to. I put setting spray on, so I really don't want anything to run. But, oh my God, I feel like Candace, Real Housewives of Potomac. But wow, Gwyneth, she had this podcast episode on self-forgiveness, and you have to. That's the only way we're going to get through this year. You have to forgive yourself. And I know my brother would want me to forgive myself too. Oh my God, she had a great episode with Nikki Glazer too. So love the Goop, love that podcast down. Black Girls Texting. Okay, this is like an OG New York podcast, but I only got into them like heavy. Like I listened to them in the beginning because they've had all the greats on, but I've only consistently listened to them the last 2 years. I love them. And I love that it's 3 of them and their different point of views and their perspective. And like, they just like speak their opinions. And I'm dead when sometimes the Beehive comes for them, but I really, really love them. And I'm going to try their lotion thing come summer. It's Blue Water Girls. So I love their podcasts. Excuse me. Decisions. Oh my God. Okay. The owner here, and I have to try her gym, Trap House. People are always in my comments, you gotta try Trap House. Trap House is just so like logically, geographically, it's hard to get to. So I'll make it a weekend trip. I'll do 2 classes. But they rebranded. It was Horrible Decisions. Now it's Decisions. It's Wheezy. It's Mandy B. And I love this. This is really... You want to say it's the Black Call Her Daddy. No. It's something entirely of its own. And I think because I've been listening to it like since COVID. I got into it late, but since COVID, and to see the growth. Women can grow. We can find love. We can choose happiness. Like it's so, and then also for my brain, my POV, they all don't have to look like small, thin, white women. Like I need to expand my like POV. So I love decisions. And like, I'm always laughing and listening. And I think for me, listening to people's point of view, that's different. I don't really, polyamorous but it's fascinating and it's interesting. And I love that. Holding Court, Ebony K. Williams, Dustin Ross. This is the best fucking podcast. And this is why I'm on my TikTok reposting Bethany getting married, because I'm like, in 2025, is marriage safe? Is it ethical for Black women? Like, that's an honest question. I want to dissect it. I want to discover it. What? Holding Court. Ebony was on season 14, the COVID season, Real Housewives of New York. Dustin Ross is so damn fine, and he's got a cap. Listen, I like Black men. I like fine Black men who like and respect Black women. That's just it. So don't come out here with, she likes, stop it. Dustin Ross is so fine. And I love their podcast. She breaks down like legal stuff. So if it's like Keke Palmer and Baby Daddy, or like Diddy, or like, oh my God, Jesse Williams, the divorce. She just, one of the best podcasts. And I love their producer, Ashley Hobbs, manifesting that. Love it. Everything's the best. But let's talk about Dear Media. Dear Media is YouTube UC. And wait, I love We Met at Acme, one of the best OG love dating podcasts. I love it. Shout out Lindsay. But Dear Media and Lauren, girl, and sometimes you have to sometimes you need to hear the message, but you don't like the messenger. She has the podcast with her husband, him and her, this getting confidential. Some episodes land. I like the Cindy Crawford episode. It was good. And then some episodes do land. But... And two, starting out as a podcast, I feel like every podcaster, you email them. I cold emailed them for 7 months straight. Hi, this is my podcast. Hi, will you hire me? Hi. They have a little box they did years ago during COVID, submit your... But anyway, Dear Media, it's like a trad wife MAGA podcast. I don't know, but we're not going to judge. Another podcast I like. Everything's the best. Dear Media, Pia Baraconi. She's she used to be old New York City girl, lives in Pasadena, California, has her own design label company. Her podcast is phenomenal. She's a Scorpio. So like, I literally feel like I see her on a deep level. She just had this last episode about raising her daughter, who is, I love the term, you guys, neurodivergent. We were not calling my little brother, hi Jordan, neurodivergent. He had autism, he had Asperger's. But this episode, she talked about raising her daughter and like some of the struggles, but she just had a newborn and like seeing the balancing motherhood and the baby. Pia has one of the best voices in podcasts, like her point of view, but her storytelling. And Scorpios, we are so raw, we are so authentic, but we see it from like different multiple layers. She also has great podcast episode on like growing up and not being good in school and like, you know, finding love and just her whole life and her dogs and her mom. Everything's the best. It's one of my favorite podcasts. I also like Align, Jenna Zoe. She's really good. Get into human design. And Incestual Insights by Celeste, a Black astrologer. Phenomenal. I start my week off with that because it gives you the week ahead, what's happening, the moon, the stars. But she breaks it down of like, oh, the hurricane because Mars and Chiron and this and that. But it makes sense. And everything that's going on in America, measles, Donnie, this, text messages, leaks. Like, I will get my news through my astrologer. That's where I'm getting my news. Love it, love it, love it. And again, sometimes hearing the message, the messenger, Bethany, I listen to Bethany's dating podcast, Bethany Frankel's Just Be Dating. It's good. It's good. I'm excited to date eventually. When I decide to date, I do not know. But you guys know what I did too? I blocked all the male dating TikTokers. I only listened to Anwar White. And I started following all these amazing, beautiful women. And now I'm excited to date. You being on the internet, you have to be careful what you consume because then it'll become your reality. Then you'll like, be careful. But I do like Bethany's dating podcast. Okay, so those are some podcasts I'm loving. I'm again so grateful to have recorded here. I feel like I am gonna come back. I'm gonna see my girl Tiana again. But if not, you have to live your dream. It's so crazy. Harrison Ford is in a kilt selling us whiskey. Kirsten Cavallari. Oh, Dear Media. I also love her podcast. Love it, love it. She's back on reality TV. If you have a dream, please start. I've had this podcast since 2020. It's seen so many iterations, so many different venues, so many things. And you have to start. You have to believe in yourself. If not now, when? And then if not you, then who? It's that quote. Okay, let's talk TV. What are you guys watching? What's happening? Let's first start with Summer House. Summer House. And what is a girl's girl? I was just talking to my girl Tiana about this. And is the term girl's girl, is that like a dead term? Are we exited? Is it controversial? Are you a girl's girl? I'm a girl's girl. What do we think, guys? Paige, Amanda, and Sierra, they have their little clique and they're bed buggers, rotten. They don't do much. Amanda needs to leave Kyle. Now we got to see Kyle being mean to his wife in these next coming episodes. Girl, Paige and Craig, so sad. What I noticed was when Paige and Sierra were in the bed and she was like, my mom would... Girl, you know when you're in a relationship, this is girls, 20s, 20s. When you have to start keeping and hiding stuff from your mom, you're in a bad, you have to leave your relationship. That's at least a big thing for me. Now moving forward, I will know when I'm hiding stuff from my mother. Sierra is so mad at Wes. I think she needs to let it go. I think this is a great lesson on why you don't let when I say mid, I mean like mid ugly, don't let mid guys mess with you because they will mess with your confidence. And sex is an emotional tie. Not doing it, because then I'm going to, no. I think Sierra will let go. She'll get over it eventually. Jesse and Wes have me nervous. These men have me scared to date men in my third. What? I don't know. The stuff with Lexi. And then why are you guys meeting parents so quickly? If I just met you, I'm not introducing you to my mommy and daddy next week. That is what? Again, is this a show? Craig is so tone deaf. He's so tone deaf when he was like, oh, Daphne, let's get home to our daughter. You know, Paige, if that was me, I'd be like, my kitten is not your dog. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Will Paige leave after this season? I think she should. Because listen, Paige, hi, love you, Scorpio sister. Bravo is like a reality TV show, but it really is for D-list and C-list stars. If you hit that 0.00 dot percentage, Bethany Frankel, Nene Leakes, but Lisa Vanderpump already was who she... I think of Adrienne, OG Real Housewives, Beverly Hills. It's a trashy reality place. It's just not, you see what it is. And then there's a pipeline to housewives to prison. This ain't it. And Paige is on the red carpet. Paige, leave Bravo. Also, someone put it out. They are making millions off of your breakup. Could not be me. That shit could not be me. Because breakups are so, whether you're doing a role, whether it's fake reality, not real, you guys played a character, for a network, for my boss to be making money off of my heartbreak, off of, oh shit, bitch, you would never see me again. And clock it, Paige has not been on Watch What Happens Live. Has Amanda been on? I feel like Sierra's been on because she was on Traitors, but Paige, girl, leave. And did you see Andy on the Southern Charm reunion? Oh, that's like an HR question. I can't get into it. You can't get into it? If my boss was questioned about my character, she would defend my character and my honor. Paige, leave Bravo. Go, be successful. Summer House. And what's up with Rule? I think because the stats don't lie, Americans aren't having sex. We are not having sex. And he's young, but they're, okay, he brings ladies into the house, viewers, and he has like, do you call them orgies? But it's more than one. But he blocks out the ladies' faces, the presents. I wouldn't want to be on a trashy TV show either. You better block. I'm not signing that sign release form paper. But there's going to be an explosion. There's going to be a buildup. But like, isn't that what summer is for living? For dating, for exploring. I think of Lindsay, that episode, that season when they dogged her for like dating. Yeah, it's weird. Summer House. Love Gabby. Gabby can do no wrong. Thank you, Gabby, for coming into Lexi, because where are the girls defending Lexi? Mean Girls. You have to watch the after show, because on the after show, it does look like Paige, Sierra, and Amanda are very nose up, brow up. Lexi. Bring her in. What do you think? Get Lindsay on Roni. I need Lindsay on Roni. And Carl. I think Carl is teaching us on how to live your dream. You have to live your dream, and you have to believe in your dream, because no one's going to believe in it. People are going to throw eggs. They're going to call you crazy. Keep going. Keep believing in your dream. And Carl likes his veneer, so we got to stop hating. Okay. Southern Charm. We wrap the finale. Molly, girl, stand up. Stand up, Molly. Stand up, please. Why are you going in to pull in this man and kiss him? Girls, real women are in their feminine. And it's Shep. Please. Craig is alone. Craig was blindsided. Craig is an Aquarius. Aquarius men, they lie. Hi, Dad. I love you, but Ryan, JT, the barber, and the race comment, some black girl. The way I left my... American Black Girls, were you watching that? And the way I left my body, I was so triggered to like a very inner child, maybe incident thing that happened when like you're in grade school and like the cute hot white boy that you like calls you the N-word or something. Girl, read Token Black Girl, Danielle Prescott, a gorgeous book. This was a hard watch. This was a hard. Then Vanita. American Girls are bound bad. American Girls are down bad. We had Molly going in for Shep. Now we have Vanita. And then the reunion. Andy asked Vanita, well, what do you? And Vanita says, oh, I would still date him. I love him. Girl, stand the fuck up. American girls are down bad. No accountability for these men. The way these men treated Sienna. But again, it's not real. It's fake. It's season 10 of Southern Charm. Makes a lot of money for Bravo. These men, Southern men, the way they treat women, misogyny. I loved Summer House because Paige said it's like the way Craig was talking to her. He would say something and it would make her feel gross. So maybe it wasn't mean, maybe the tone, but it would probably make her question her whole fucking identity. These men are gross. And why is Whitney not there? But you have Miss Pat. Miss Pat gives me Paula Deen vibes. At first I did like her. She was like a New York City woman, a husband. We know who Miss Pat is. We know. Why is Taylor there? Rodrigo, his facial expressions, though, they were so good. They were sending me. And something is wrong with Southern Charm when we as audience viewers, we all like Austin. We are all like Austin. This is just not, like, what are we watching? Madison's whole character arc needs to be studied. Completely studied. If you see how she came on the cast and how these men treated her, specifically Shep, and then where she is now, almost like the crown jewel, about to have her baby. I could relate to Madison this season with just grief. She, lost her father. Then she had a scare with her husband. But Madison, we've seen her in the Watch What Happens Live. I'm not Team Madison, but as a woman, and I love in interviews, it's so powerful. She says, and I can relate to this because my mom says it all the time, her dad or her parents did not break her spirit. Like, she is exactly who she is. Also, the internet's so fucking cruel and mean. Let her go. Let it go. You guys judge her for her lip, her mouth. Let people authentically be themselves. Not everyone's gonna fix and get surgery for every little imperfect thing. Some people fucking like themselves perfectly imperfect. Madison said that her dad never broke her spirit. The best thing you can do for a parent. Same, my parents never broke my spirit. I got to be exactly who I was. And look at me now. Craig, don't feel sorry for him. Paige is a Scorpio. Craig is an Aquarius. I'm a Scorpio. My moon and rising is Aquarius. So and they're fixed signs, right? So listen, just like for Paige, Craig needs to leave because then the stuff with Austin, then the reunion, they were all kind of like, we're afraid of you. Which again, you're a business. Craig, stand up and leave. You don't need it. And the only he's a liar, the clips. But did you see from the beginning, if you've watched the last 8 years, the way Shep and Austin have treated Craig, like energetically, emotionally, the way they talk down to him. Now he's sober. Now these grown white men are talking about alcohol abuse, being alcoholics, getting blacked out. So beautiful, so gorgeous, so needed that conversation. But they still hate Craig. They're still jealous of him. And I do think, Craig, when you're not happy in your relationship, you hide. You do. We know. Craig's got to leave too. I see Craig like having a show like on HGTV or like maybe even his own spinoff where there's more of like a control. Craig and Paige got to leave. They got to leave. What a season. TikTok was so good. But you know what someone said? And I'm going to be nice to Vanita, but they did say she's like the side Negro. And in the Bravo universe, Black characters can't be full people unless you're like a housewife or unless you're on Southern Hospitality. But Vanita and JT, and I just think I see her because we know what it's like to be a Black girl, not to be chosen. Not, all your friends are dating, having their first kisses, and like you are not picked. You're not looked at. You're thought over of. You think of Gabrielle Union in the 90s, all those little side characters she played, not Bring It On. It's very real. So I'm just going to be compassionate for Vanita. I love her. I love her so much. I love her style. She spends like half her time in New York and Charleston. And yeah, shit she was saying about Sienna. Girl, she might be the side Negro, but I think you sign away your soul when you sign a contract, when you sign on the dotted line. And I think, too, grow up. Some people have to grow up. And JT is don't date short men. Yep. And I had some weirdo watching me. Then he emailed me, was like, stop. Don't date short men because you guys are insecure. You guys have not emotionally healed. Not all of you. Most of you. Nope. Okay, let's talk housewives. Beverly Hills. Garcelle's out. Garcelle is out. Bose and Erica went on Watch What Happens Live and showed their whole asses. Bose is, what do they call it in slave times when you're like the Negro that rats out the other Negro? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. The season wrapped up. They tried to come for Sutton. Garcelle left because Sutton is so like, oh my God, pick me for Kyle. And for what? But we have to remember, Sutton is a classic OG Southern white lady, right? And Garcelle's probably her first black friend. Oh my God, someone on TikTok was like, Sutton's mother took her in the back room and said, that Garcelle. I don't know. Garcelle is out. Garcelle did what she needed to do. She came, she elevated herself, she introduced herself to a new platform of women, of eyes, of money, honey. She did her beach house. Her sons are all thriving. Her son is working with LVP, the GOAT, one of the GOATs. And as Black women, you have to know when to gracefully step out. What is and who is Erica Jane? She's a fraud. And all she did was design her house. Dorit, she had me on a spell. Yes, I tried to do my hair like a white lady. Dorit, I don't think she had anything to do with the robbery. Did her husband? Probably. And it is sad because I could never live with a man or be with a man who would rob me, my children, in a house, in a... Girl, run. Bose is playing the game. Some Black women love corporate America and know how to climb and do the white capitalism ladder. And some like it. Weird. Kyle just is old Beverly Hills. This is the thing what happened with Kyle. This is my take. And then let's wrap up on Beverly Hills. Mauricio was known to have little sugar babies, little side pieces. But then with a Dumois account, it like got out kind of and like rumors and chatters. So that embarrassed Kyle. So then Kyle fell in love with this country girl, not drinking, getting strong, getting tone. Kyle showed her butt with the tattoos, with the Morgan being so standoffish to Mo. I got to go back and get those clippy clips. And now and now you're separated. Now he's dating younger. It's just a hot mess. And Kyle can't leave because the sidekick told her, but also because Kyle did not sign a prenup. Girl, and that's a lot of money. He broke the family ties. Rick Hilton, Kathy Hilton. Kathy's a mess. The Kathy grandma rebrand needs to be studied. She's also... Garcelle's gone. Let's finish this reunion. And it all goes back to the Fox Force 5. Lisa Rinna, don't come back. Lisa Rinna, Bravo's going down. Do not come back. Stand on your own. A mess, girl, a mess. Atlanta. The Real Housewives of Atlanta has become Love and Hip Hop on crack. And Kenya. I feel so bad for Kenya because she had such a beautiful moment this episode of just... wow, having a business, spending my daughter's college fund. What am I going to do? How is it going to work? We need to see that. We need to be amplifying these stories of gorgeous, successful, accomplished Black women starting businesses. What does it look like? And this network did her so dirty. Andy is so dark. The producers are dark. And this upcoming week, in the next coming weeks, we're going to see what happens at her event, the picture. But that Britney girl is weird. She was on camera threatening Kenya's life, threatening her life with a gun on camera. Ghetto. I don't think I can watch it. You see how Portia got the Bethany Frankel edit, all Chanel, all I have my business, the baby daddy, But Portia did so much plastic surgery. Girl, who are you? Are you even going to look like your daughter? I don't know. I don't know. It is sad, but look at how America networks, they want you to see Black American girls. Look at the light they want you to see us, to view us, the plight. What did Kendrick say? Turn the TV off. Turn it off, bitch. Turn it off. And Shamia, I guess just reboot the whole thing, but make it Shamia. Then everyone's like, bring Nene back. Nene, don't come back. In this day and age, in America, people need to stand on their own 2 feet, and you don't need a network. A lot of people don't like Bethany Frankel. You don't need a network. Go on YouTube, go to TikToky, but you guys want to change your fucking faces. You want to get all this surgical weight loss. It's sick. It's dark. Married to Medicine. Fuck no, I didn't watch that reunion. I don't do Black Mean Girls. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't like it. Black Old Mean Girls. No. Wrapped up the season. My favorite part of the season was there's like a newer doctor. He's like the tall basketball husband, and his wife is really pretty, I think likes light skin. And when the fight was breaking out at the sandbar, that man was like, no, where is my wife? Because I'm like, yes, if anything's going to break out or happen, my husband, you know it's not me, not I. No, but you better know where I am at. And the way he just was like, no, like I need to make sure eyes on you. You're good. That was hot. That was like romantic. Know where like your girl is at. Okay. So much TV. Film Club. I've watched The 25th Hour. It is such a Scorpio film movie. Oh my goodness. Spike Lee joint, but it's Edward Norton. It came out right after 9/11 and it was shot like in Manhattan. Oh my God, they'd shoot parts in like Carl Schurz with Peter Pan, but then you see Ground Zero, Rosario Dawson, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Barry Levinson. Just this film is such a Scorpio film, but it's so beautiful. Brian Cox, the motherfucking dad in Succession as Edward Norton's dad. This movie is healing my soul on friendship, on forgiveness. Okay, there's a little inappropriate underage dating. These men are sick. Sick. Lock P. Diddy up. But I love that. And then I just finished this other film this morning. Oh my God. Sidewalks of New York. Edward Burns. I need you to start making movies again about love, about dating, about New York, and like the independent cinema. Oh my God. Rosario Dawson was in that too. So much good cinema, so much good movies. I'm trying to fill my head perception with, I think, healing, with grounding, with optimism. And I think with just like being in the present moment. I'm never going to get this time again. I'm never going to be 30. I'm going to miss my older brother forever for the rest of my life. But how am I going to move forward? I think it's so important. We're all victims. Life happens, but we can't stay in victimhood. You literally can't live there. You can't thrive there. And those are the movies I'm watching. It was so good to see you guys. I think the only thing you can do is trust your gut and trust your intuition. What's crazy is the world's going to get messier and wilder. But all you can do is listen to your gut and your intuition. And I wanted to leave you with this quote, because this quote was so beautiful. And do you guys have the Channy app? The Channy app, astrology, saving grace. Saving grace. I build a home out of each act of self-love. I give myself a chance to thrive with each boundary I set. I create the world I need each time I speak to myself with kindness. I'm like, just be kind. Just be kind to yourself and forgive yourself. I don't know how to. I'm just going on long walks. I'm crying. And I'm talking to my brother. Like, I'm actively talking to him out loud because now I'm like, oh, maybe he's an angel. But I really think like the dimensions, like he's only on the other side. And shit, bitch, I need to go watch Ghosts. But I love you guys. Thank you so much, YouTube family, for watching. I get my tooth pulled, extracted. So guess we'll be back. I ain't gonna be talking that much, but I love talking. I love chatting. And I'm so grateful for this experience. And I'm so grateful to be here with Tiana. Okay, see you next week. Bye. I need the sun. It's so gray. It's so gray. And like, yesterday I left without a coat, but I'm like, no, but you need a fucking jacket. It's like not. You need a coat. You absolutely need a coat. Do not get sick. It's like, you're not California. Hold on. All right. Oh, this looks like.